Hi everybody, I'm back. I promised I would be back at 7 o'clock tonight to show you progress on the what's going to be an absolutely gorgeous medieval ensemble that I'm making for a historical clothing workshop I'm doing at RWA very, very soon, in less than 2 weeks. Let me see, 2 weeks from today. I'm going to be going to RWA, that's Romance Writers of America. The National Convention is in Denver. I'm forgetting the exact dates. It's Wednesday to Sunday. I think it's the 17th, or is 17th or 18th, whichever is Wednesday of July. And I told y'all earlier today, for those of you who are watching, I'm going to be dressing 5 author models. This is all going to be live. I'm going to be dressing them from their skivvies up in 5 different historical ensembles. I'm making all the garments, and I hope it's going to be a raving success. So, hey Maria, hey Peggy, hey Linda Kay. Hope y'all are having a good 4th. Hey Hilda, you're back. So, I do have some progress. The surcoat, the top layer of the surcoat is done. Top layer meaning I haven't lined it yet. I have the lining ready to assemble. So it's sewn together. I'm going to be lining it so it'll look all pretty and nice and neat. But I'm going to show it to you. I'm very pleased with this fabric. I think it's beautiful and it's exactly how I envisioned it. I'm probably going to put a little bit more embellishment on it, but I'm going to wait till after the gown is finished. And when I see them all together, I'll know what more it needs. Thank you, Peggy. Hey, Tina. All right, well, I will show you real quick. Drum roll, please. As I said earlier, this outfit is for Eliza Knight. She's going to be modeling my medieval ensemble. It's going to be a gown, a surcoat, which is the overgown. It's a sideless surcoat that I'm making. There are different types. I'm doing the sideless one. And then I'm going to do some kind of a headdress with a veil, because they wore veils for many centuries. Married women covered their heads. That is how it was. If you were single, you did not have to wear a veil and head covering, but married women all did. It was required. It was very strict. The Middle Ages were a very religious time, and the women dressed accordingly, very modestly. So I'll be doing the headdress, and also, if I have time, I'm really wanting to do a fur mantle, a mantle being a cape. So I'll quit talking and I'll show it to you. It's really pretty. Okay, hang on. Here we go. So here's the start of it. Oh, I'm getting a lot of glare from the light. But this is a cream color with, it's a cream and gold jacquard. It's very, very pretty. The fabric, it's a very, very thin layer of linen. And underneath the linen is gold lame. And I can show you from behind. Here it is from behind. It's actually 2 layers of fabric sewn together. Here, you can see up here where I can pull them apart a little bit. So you can see there's the gold lame, and then there's a very, very thin linen. It's very pretty fabric. I hope the close-up shows it better. So it's got a little bit of glitter, a little bit of glimmer to it. It's going to be much prettier when it's lined. It's going to hold its shape. The skirt will stand out a little bit more. But it's very pretty so far. And the dress underneath is the same color. I'll show you the fabric again. Oh, I'm lining it in a faux silk, cream-colored faux silk. It's going to be very beautiful. It'll look very elegant. It's very thin, but it's real pretty fabric. And that's perfect for the lining. That's the lining for the surcoat. And then the dress, the gown, is in a medium weight linen. This is real 100% linen. It does have gold thread in it. So it's going to be very pretty. I'll hold it up now. So the gown will be this gold linen, and then here's the overgown. So you see them together. I think it's going to be a beautiful combination. And I'll put some embellishment on it. I have some really pretty embellishments, trims in my collection. with jewels, pearls, that kind of thing. I've used them before on a number of gowns. So this particular dress obviously would be something a noble woman would wear, and I want to, give it all the trims. So I'm going to be burning the midnight oil. Okay, Zena, that would have cost a fortune back then. Yes, it would have, because they did use real gold thread. I'm pretty sure it had real gold in it. But they did use it. There's a lot of gold embroidery in the Middle Ages, and again, it's royalty that you mostly see it. So Eliza gets to be Queen Eliza. She can pick her country. But this would be, I'm thinking 13th century, maybe 14th century. The 12th century, they would have worn a little bit different style of dress. The surcoat, let me refer to my trusty book here. Again, I have several books that I refer to a lot. My favorite is this one, The Evolution of Fashion, Pattern and Cut from 1066 to 1930. So I do use this as a reference. So let's see. So 1380, that was the reign of Richard II. Here's an example of what a woman in his court would have worn. So you see, there's the gown with the button sleeves. I will be doing buttons. Buttons were a sign of wealth. There's the sideless surcoat, and you see hers is trimmed with fur. They were often trimmed with fur. And she's wearing a long mantle. It looks like brocade. The mantle is also trimmed with fur. So you see all the fur that they used because it was cold. So basically, so I would say I'm doing 14th century, because here's a pretty good example of what I'm doing. Now, if I go back to, let's see, Edward III in 1340, it was a little bit different type of gown. So, yeah, she's wearing the mantle. This would be a kirtle. And again, the two layers, the undergown, she's got embellished sleeves, and then her overgown has a long, what do they call those? Tippets, I think? I'm not sure. I think that's what they call those. So I'm doing the 14th century dress. So I'll have to look a little bit more at the headdress. I have some beautiful gold netting that I'm going to use for a veil. So I'll see what I can figure out for Eliza's hair. We'll definitely do a veil. And braids on the side of the head were how women typically wore their hair. 2 braids coiled on the side of their head. So, hey, Gail, I haven't seen you in forever. I know you can't hear me. I'll have to message you. And Mary Luke, hey, nice to see you all. So, one more time. So I showed you. So approximately 1380 is the time period. And again, this is the start of the dress. So I did this first. Now, going back. Okay, let's see. I saw some questions. Are those pockets? Oh, in the picture? Let me see. Oh, yes. Hilda? Yes, those were pockets you're referring to here. Yes, those were pockets back then. That was the 1340 Edward III. That would be the dress. Yes, and the pockets were not typical on a dress. Typically, women wore belts because that's how they carried things. They wore the belts around their waist. They had pouches that they, slung through the belt, and pouches or keychains, the chatelaines, all of those they carried on the belt around their waist. So the belt wasn't just a fashion statement. It really had a utilitarian purpose. That's how they carried things. And so anyway, little bit of trivia there for you. Let's see, any other questions? Oh, thank you, Mary Luke. It's going to be beautiful. I mean, I'm showing you really rough. Everything looks rough at this stage because it's unfinished. You're seeing raw seams and stuff like that. But it's going to be very beautiful. I'm really happy with this. I want it to be really, really nice. So I'm going to keep working on it. Hey, Allison, nice to see you. So I'm going to be working on this dress most of the night because I have a lot to do and only a week to get it all done. So I will definitely have this surcoat done within a couple of hours. and then I'm going to cut the dress, the gown, and I should have the gown done maybe not tonight. I'm hoping maybe tonight. I still have a number of hours to work. If it's not done tonight, it'll be done by the middle of the day tomorrow, and then I'll work on trimming it. I'll work on the headdress, and I may go back to the store and pick up the fur to make the fur mantle that I really want to make. So we'll just see how it all goes. Thank you, Allison. Yeah, I think it's going to be very beautiful. And I think Eliza will be beautiful in it. And I think it's going to fit her very well. I, of course, am working from her measurements. I'm making this to her size. So it should be really good. So, Allison, yeah, I do work quick, but I'm under a lot of time pressure right now. I haven't been writing at all. I haven't written a word in weeks because I got so far behind on commitments that I made. This RWA workshop really, I mean, I knew about it months and months ago. Most of the stuff I'd already had made. You know, obviously I can't make 5 complete ensembles in a short period of time. I'm using some things that I already had. Some things I made months ago with the workshop in mind. The Tudor outfit I made with the workshop in mind. The big Georgian outfit that I just finished a few weeks ago, that was made for the workshop. I had a Regency dress I was planning to use, but it doesn't look like it's going to fit the model that I had it planned for. So my choice is either wear that one myself, and then I have to come up with something else for my model. So I think I'm going to try to throw together a Regency outfit, and I shouldn't say throw together. It's going to be a lot of work. But I usually can do those pretty quick. To do the whole Regency outfit, it'll probably take me about 4 days. So you see why I have to get this done this weekend, because I also want to make some Regency stays. So those are the only undergarments I think that I don't have. So anyway, I am going to sign off because I have lots of work to do. But please keep watching because I will be posting pictures very, very soon. I'll post pictures. I might not post pictures of the finished surcoat. I'll wait until the gown is done too and post them together because you can really appreciate them together. So I probably will, but I'm such a flake. I might change my mind. Zena, do you want my peacock outfit? Sweetie, thank you so much, but I already have a Victorian. I need a Regency and a medieval. Those are the 2 that I need. So I've already got the Victorian era covered. That's Madeline Martin's going to be wearing my red bustle dress. So, but thank you for offering. That was very nice. Okay, well, I've got to get to work. So it was nice to check in with y'all, and thank you for watching. And please share my videos, and I will chat with you later. Yeah, Tina, I do. I need a lady's maid. Oh. That's the other thing I was going to make. I bought a pattern for a maid's apron, and if I had time, I was going to make basically a lady's maid outfit to dress somebody up to be the ladies maid at the workshop. I don't know if I'm going to have time, but I think that would be fun, even if I just got the apron done. So thank you for reminding me of that, Tina. All right. Bye, everybody.